Kevin has several invisible disabilities and wasn't sure what he wanted to do after high school. He tried different kinds of work, warehouse, construction, and painting, but he knew he wanted to advance and go deeper as a builder. After several years in the work world, he decided to try college. He started really exploring and saw arrows pointing toward a life as an engineer.
I am a systems engineer at Northrop Grumman. I design satellites, and I'm really excited because I'm in a rotation program, which allows me to change jobs within the company from year to year. And they have all sorts of things from designing rockets to launch systems and space stuff, air stuff, really cool stuff that I'm excited about. So systems engineering, you associate with all the different pieces and parts of the entire whole. And you basically meet with other engineers that are all working. Everyone has their own, black box of stuff. So you have to talk with each other to make sure the stuff in your black box will be okay communicating with power, data, mass, and everything. And everyone communicates between each other, and the satellite's able to fulfill its mission, basically. I love to work. I love to be a part of a team. I love to contribute to something that I couldn't do on my own. I mean, that's outside of, I guess, just having a job to live off of. But I think I'm someone who really enjoys just doing amazing things that really show up in the world. After I graduated high school, I didn't really have any big plans. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I got a job. I worked at a warehouse at the Xcel Energy Center where the Minnesota Wild hockey team plays, which was a really cool experience. I really enjoyed it. Gave me a chance to kind of be an adult, learn how to live on my own, support myself, and kind of learn all of the little things that go along with it. I did a lot of construction. I was a carpenter, I was a mason, I was a painter, little handyman things here and there just on my own. I wanted more. I loved building things, so that was one thing that I felt kind of limited. I wanted to be more technical in the things I was doing. There was a lot of arrows that were kind of pointing me to going back to school. I started reading a lot more textbooks from high school and college and that were college level textbooks, but they were fascinating me, and I just really enjoyed learning. I realized that I wanted to be an engineer, and I was going to be an engineer no matter what. I kind of always had a lot of ideas just that I would keep to myself, just little things, inventions that I'd like to work on my own. And at a certain point, I realized I just didn't know what to do to develop things. I didn't know what to do, how to build things in certain technical things, even though I'd invent part by part something. And that was another inclination that I was I know I'm not gonna learn this doing carpentry. I knew that I had a bigger dream. I knew I wanted to do more. So I looked for opportunity and I found it. I went to college, starting at a community college and then into the University of Minnesota. I got very involved in extracurricular activities like the Small Satellite Research Program at the U of M, where we research different ideas for things that require satellites to conduct research on, which is really cool. And so that was one of the things. I was on the team that actually sent up Minnesota's first satellite into space, which is really awesome. That's kind of one of the big things that being on my resume was what got me the interview and the job at Northrop Grumman where I work now. I think of almost everyone as a mentor just because there's so much to learn everywhere. No matter how smart anyone is, there's still more knowledge to learn. So I try to learn as much as I can, but I never used to be as smart as I am. I mean, it's kind of weird to say, but I'm almost like a rocket scientist, basically. More recently, I've had lots of mentors and people that have been so helpful to me and programs that have helped that I feel like it's my duty to give back because it's just changed my life.
Learning and discovery of skills and interests is a lifelong journey. Kevin was so ready to return to learning after his stretch in the workforce and realized engineering and robotics were his path. Through reaching out and taking advantage of disability resources at his college, Kevin found invaluable support and mentorship. Working one-on-one with a mentor led to a job fair and a career he now has as a systems engineer who designs satellites with Northrop Grumman. Grateful for all the support he's found on his path, Kevin now spends much of his free time giving back and supporting others who have the same invisible disabilities that he once struggled with.